Yo, what up, folks? It's your buddy Phil here. Just getting ready to hit the road in a little bit. Here's the view from my apartment here in the United Kingdom. I thought I should speak to a few people that have questions on how to proceed in making the shift from the 5th to the 6th. So I wanted to give you a few ideas. Bottom line, folks, don't cut corners. Cutting corners never helped anyone. So I want to encourage you to not cut corners, okay? Don't cut corners, and you need to treat this as a totally new endeavor. That would be the best advice I can give you. You know, some people are looking to cut corners in the different chapters. All right, that's not the best thing to do. You don't want to do that. Okay, you don't want to do that, folks. What I advise you to do is start from ground zero. Okay, start from the very bottom, from chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, build. Okay, the only shortcuts that you have, the only advantage you have, is knowing the processes that are repeated to some degree. But when it comes to the tools and techniques, totally different animals. Okay, the tools and techniques have been lumped up together, and it's a little bit different from how it was on the 5th. Okay, regarding the regular plans, schedule, scope, risk, those plans are pretty much the same. But it's when you get into how the inputs, certain inputs have now been lumped into project documents. For example, you'd hardly see any subsidiary plan listed on its own. It's always referenced to the project management plan. So unfortunately, folks, you're going to have to dig to find the gold. Okay, the only head start you have is having a well-rounded idea, but I would highly advise you, start off by reading the PMBOK guide, okay? Read the PMBOK guide 6th edition from scratch. Even I did it, you know. I've never said in all of these editions of the PMBOK guide, I've never said to myself, oh, let me find a shortcut, you know. Let me find a shortcut and let me just begin to jump pages. No, I'd be a hopeless trainer. Go through every single bit of it with a highlighter, marking every single area. That is what I would advise you to do. There's no shortcuts for that. Now, do you have an edge knowing the processes, at least some of the processes? Yeah, you do. But when you boil it all down, the tools and techniques, Appendix X6, you have to read it. You have to understand how Appendix X6 is laid out and know all the different tiny little bits in it. Okay, then once you've read the PMBOK guide, I would say begin to look for a solid course like ours that brings it all together. And stay tuned to PM Succeed. Like I keep saying, it's going to hit. It's going to hit. All right, we're just putting our final tweaks together so that when you watch all the content from start to end, let's say you absorbed it even on its first take, it would still take you going to 17 hours to get done with it. It's a lot of content. So imagine the breaks and you needing to go to bed and get up. And so it's going to take you quite a while to go through our content. But my advice is start by looking at the PMBOK guide, then get on our content. And then as we roll out the crazier mock exams, we already have one crazy one that is going to hit very soon as well. We already have had students taking it, you know. So just stay tuned, but begin with the PMBOK guide 6th edition. No shortcuts. I don't want to hear, oh, I don't want to read the PMBOK guide. Or, no, no, no. Open the thing up, all right? Open the book up for your own good. Hey, don't say Phil didn't tell you. Read the ridiculous text. Read the book. I know it's difficult. I know it's all grayed out with the goofy security, whatever, that they've put into the book. But read the book. Read it. It's going to at the end of the day benefit you. So why are you trying to cut corners? Why are you trying to not read the book? That's silly. Read the book. Read it, read it, read it, read it. Open it up, read it, highlight it, mark it up. Okay? And then when you've done that, by the time you're beginning to get deeper into the book, you're going to find our curriculum online. In fact, right now, at pmsucceed.com, you can get into understanding the guide. I've got my system for you understanding. It's called the good system. You got to get good with the guide. Okay, so sign up for that. And I've said it a million times. You'll be sorry if you do not sign up, because the people who have signed up for getting good with the guide, they don't know what's going to hit them. I'm going to give them a crazy sweet deal. So if you don't sign up for getting good with the guide, I feel sorry for you, because you're going to miss out on a lot of money, a lot of deal, because getting good with the guide is $200. When the real course hits, the folks who signed up for getting good with the guide, my goodness, they're going to get a crazy sweet deal that will make anyone lick their lips. Mark my words, it's coming, it's going to hit. Those of you who have gotten getting good with the guide, thank you very much for getting it. But I want you to send in your receipts to support at Praizion.com, because when the real course hits, they're not going to believe the deal you guys are going to get who signed up for the program. All right? Enough said. Don't say Phil didn't tell us. I'm telling you now, that thing's going to hit. Anyway, enough said. I look forward to speaking to you again soon. So what are your takeaways? Read the book. Read a book. All right? Going to leave you with a little bit of sights and sounds from Harry and Willie's land.